All right, let's get down to business. Bash in Berlin 2024 was just this past weekend, and I apologize for this video coming out late. I didn't know if it was going to be a podcast or video. I'm still in that point in doing all these solo videos where I'm not sure, would this be a good podcast, or can I just sit down and geek out about it for 10 minutes or so? So, anyways, here we are. So, Bash in Berlin, Germany. It was really fun. It was a lot of a lot of good matches, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially because I chose to watch that over some college football games because college football returned this previous weekend, and funny enough, because this was overseas, the time difference was so whack. This started around noon, so I was able to start the day off with some college game day, and then we jumped right into the Bash in Berlin, and it started off with a bang. Honestly, I was kind of like about this first match at first, just hearing about it and it being built up, but it was the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, and it was a good match. I think a lot of people were wondering if Kevin Owens was going to turn on Cody, and you could see that that was kind of the theme throughout the match. There was a lot of moments where it felt like Kevin could have easily taken advantage of certain injuries or certain moments with Cody, and because of their friendship, I guess he just didn't do that. But by not giving in to that inner rage and that killer instinct, he ended up losing. So it was a good way to start the PLE. I think no matter where we go, people like Cody Rhodes, and man, dude, these foreign crowds, these crowds that were in France, here in Germany, they're fucking amazing. I mean, they're incredible. There's nothing like them. They add so much energy and hype to it. I can't imagine what it's like to be there, and I probably won't. Like, I just don't see that ever happening. But I'll get a taste of it at Bad Blood in Atlanta, Georgia, here in the States. Hopefully, there's a good crowd for that. But yeah, overall, pretty good first match. I got the card over here, so I'm gonna scan down a little bit. Let's go down to the next fight, which was the WWE's Women's Tag Team Title match, which was Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, in the Unholy Union. I think universally, from what I've seen now, I like everyone in this match, but this one was kind of like that was cool. All right, on to the next thing. I like Jade. I can't wait for her to do some solo stuff. I like that they paired her up with Bianca. It's wild that Unholy Union just got these championships. What was it? Clash at the Castle. And now, boom, they're gone. But they're still so good. And what I've been able to see, they were really good. But they didn't really do much in that time. I saw them defend their championship less than a handful of times, But we'll see what happens now. I really would like to see a Jade versus Bianca, but that's just me. Overall, it wasn't bad, though. It just was like, meh, it was okay. It was probably because there wasn't much of a build. Look, I'm a sucker for the long-term storytelling that the WWE is doing in a lot of areas. Because when you get those fights, the payoff is it's so satisfying. And that's why this next match with CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, which was for no championship, right? This was for nothing but for just sheer hatred and months of storytelling. And it was a strap match, which was the first of its kind that I was able to witness. And it's an interesting type of match. They're tied with a strap, but they have to go and touch the four posts. There's like a green light, a red light. It was kind of interesting, kind of dorky in that way. But when you have two guys that hate each other, that are connected by a strap, and they're using that strap to hit each other and stuff, it was wild. Seeing CM Punk win his first match in over a decade with the WWE, that was crazy. That was cool. I think it's safe to say that he has so much left in the tank. You know, I just being a fresh new novice WWE fan since about January, you know, I missed out on that time that people look back on CM Punk with such praise, and all the hype that I keep hearing, you know, from these crowds and people. You know, I just haven't been able to witness that. Now, Drew McIntyre on the other end, like, I love Drew McIntyre. I think he's fucking awesome, and really, it's kind of hard between these two guys because you kind of feel like story-wise, even like both of them should win. But hopefully we get a tiebreaker because they both have won against each other at this point. Maybe Bad Blood, Hell in the Cell. That would be really crazy. That would be awesome. Like everything now leading up to Bad Blood, my first PLE, I'm just so hyped. I'm so excited. And I think we're in a good position. I think Bash in Berlin overall wasn't like a SummerSlam, but I think Bad Blood could have that energy. But regardless, dude, this was an excellent match. Hard to watch sometimes, man, when they're hitting each other with those straps. But yeah, and the bracelet broke, you know? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I'm a little ahead of myself. The bracelet was taken back by CM Punk. Now, spoiler alert, Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre rips it off, beats the shit out of CM Punk, sends him in an ambulance, shoves the broken bracelet beads in his mouth. It was crazy. Because it really felt like CM Punk was like, dude, I'm done with this Drew McIntyre shit. And I'm kind of like ready to see what else they do. So if we wrap it up here in a month, that's cool with me. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm going after Gunther. This is CM Punk. And then Drew was like, nah, bro, it ain't over till I say it's over. But overall, it was a great match. Great match. What's up next? So this was fun. And this was a personal favorite of mine. The mixed tag team match with Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, Liv Morgan, and Dominic Mysterio. This was fun, dude. Like, I love what they've been doing with the Terror Twins. I love what they've been doing with Dirty Dom and Liv, and the fallout of the Judgment Day, or the rise of the new Judgment Day. It's been so much fun. It's so crazy to see Damian and Rhea as like baby faces. I mean, they were always kind of treated as such. I mean, Damian has like evolved so much in the short time that I've been watching the WWE. But man, it was something I've mentioned before. It's so fucking cool to me the way things panned out, and they've had to pivot. But the stories we've gotten out of that, with, you know, Rhea getting hurt, Liv getting the title. Like, I don't know what the original plan was or what was going to happen, but dude, I thought it was a really fun match. I'm honestly excited to see what Dominic Mysterio can do on a solo run. Once he kind of breaks away from all this, I don't know really what's next for Rhea and Damian. I guess they're just going to keep going through the Judgment Day. Maybe we see a Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in Atlanta. That'd be crazy. That would be fun. Rhea, I'd love to see Hell in the Cell with Liv in Atlanta. Maybe, I don't think we get 2 Hell in the Cell matches though. So, but dude, I'll be so disappointed if Rhea Ripley is not at Bad Blood. Come on, please. But overall, I thought that was fun, man. There's so much story there. Like, from the CM Punk to Drew McIntyre to this right here with the Judgment Day, all this story payoff. I loved it. So great match. What was next? I think these are short, man. I think there's like 5 matches, which I think was really good paced. Like I said, I wanted to watch some college football, so plus I didn't want these to be spoiled, so I'm watching this in real time, and I'm checking scores on my phone. And my team, Alabama, wasn't playing until 6 p.m., so I was like, it's all good. We don't have to worry about anything. So I was able to really like immerse myself in this event. I'm sure the WWE knew, you know, college football was returning, you know, NFL was returning. They're going to be competing with all these things again. That kind of grace period they've had since WrestleMania without football and stuff. Now, I know there's other sports, but I mean, look, you got to think about Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Football. These things start to clash in a very real way, and that's why I think you're going to see a lot of changes, and you're seeing it now for whatever reason. But I can just, from a casual fan's perspective, you got NXT going to CW, You got SmackDown leaving Fox, going to USA on Friday nights. Raw, obviously, in January is going to Netflix. So I see that they're pivoting in different ways. But look, the World Heavyweight Championship match with Randy Orton and Gunther was awesome. Like from the entrance to the very end, start to finish. Wow. Randy Orton is another wrestler that over the years I knew about RKOs. I mean, I've seen, but I never got a chance to really witness in real time. And now this is like, a lot of people are saying one of his best matches in his career. And I'm thinking, wow, dude, this is coming off of fucking back surgery, dude. Like, this dude didn't even know if he was going to be able to do wrestling anymore. He just signed like a 4 or 5 year extension with the WWE. He looks like he's in some of the best shape of his life. And one of the best moments of that match, weirdly enough, as much as it was grueling to watch, God, that was one of those matches that made me feel uncomfortable. Kind of like the strap match, where you just are like, ugh, man, that's got the pain, the sweat, it was just rough. But I remember the beginning of that match with Randy Orton and Gunther. And the crowd was just so into it. They're doing the wave. It was just like really awesome to see Randy get that kind of appreciation. For them both to get that appreciation. For Gunther to be in his home country to get that kind of hype and energy from the crowd. And you see Randy kind of break, and he just kind of does the wave too. And he kind of smirks, and he's like, clapping for the crowd, because I'm sure over his career, you get so used to just like what you would expect in a general, states crowd. And I think they're catching on. I think that seeing the energy from these events like Backlash and now Bash in Berlin and so many others, where it's like, dude, we want that, because we can see that the people in the ring are feeding off of that energy. And it just makes the experience for me and probably you or anyone at home even better when the crowd is loud and into it. So regardless if you're going to a small show or a PLE or whatever city, state, or country you're in, like, bring that energy, because, man, everybody wins. The wrestlers win, the people at home win, and I'm sure the experience in the stadiums is something that can't be matched. But speaking of match, this match was great. I didn't really think Randy Orton was going to win. He didn't. Gunther won, and Gunther, I think, is just... I mean, he's such a cool... Like, the WWE is in a really cool space. Like, they have certain wrestlers that kind of capture a lot of what the old regimes look like and the old wrestlers look like. Gunther just seems like from another time. But he's here in this modern era of WWE and wrestling, and he's just bringing it. And I think, like, there was such a cool respect at the very end between these two, because you could tell they were giving it their all, man. Like, just, that was great. Gunther even talks about in his Raw promo, he was like, I wanted the greatest version of Randy Orton, and that's what I think I got, and I beat him. And so Randy, I want to see what he does. I don't want him to just go out and lose all the time. Like, I think we need to be reminded of how great he is, like, with his wins, not just with what he's putting in the ring. But man, both of those guys left it all in the ring. It was a great match to watch. So overall, Bash in Berlin was a success, man, and so fun now. Like, every time I'm watching Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or anything in between, everything's building up to Bad Blood, which I cannot wait. We're gonna be going October 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. So let me know if you're going to Bad Blood. Also, let me know what you thought of Bash in Berlin. What was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match? I don't think there was like a bad match in here. Just like I said, the tag team was like, okay, it was cool. But some of my favorites are the story ones, and this one not really having a story other than that they fought before and there was like a controversial ending. Still led to some really entertaining wrestling. So yeah, just wanted to sit down and share my thoughts on Bash in Berlin. I know it's a little late, but I hope you guys still enjoyed. And until the next time, we'll talk later. Peace.